So traders, what I want to do with you today is I want to share with you two things that have been on my mind lately and something that I'm actually doing myself. And I want to talk to you about what I believe is a really good investment for the next 2 years. And then also a few areas that I believe are going to boom from now through the end of the decade. So there's two different levels that I'm focusing on here. One, it's going to be for the next couple of years as an investment, not a trading opportunity, we're not trying to pick a bottom or pick a top or anything like that. No, we're just a good investment, okay? There's a differences there. And then also, so that's for 2 years and the next 7 years. So let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So see that trading course on the screen there? Go get it. If you are struggling right now, guys, just go get access to that free trading course. I used to charge for it, but now I'm actually giving it away for free. If you're struggling, like if you are losing a lot of money right now, the very first video that goes like half an hour long walks you through the biggest mistakes you're making right now and how to overcome them. That alone will set you on the right path. Anyway, it's for free. Go get it. So the one thing I want to share with you is that firstly, guys, I am not telling you that this is definitely going to make money. No, there is no guarantees of making money. You heard the disclaimer and I'm saying that, okay? So I'm talking about some things that I am doing myself and already have done to benefit what I believe is coming over the next 2 years and the next 7 years coming, okay? So the very first one that I see happening is based on the bond market, okay? So based on the bond market here. So we have like TMF or another one would be TLT, right? Now, why am I looking at this? This one here is the very first one, which is what I believe is a really good investment. And again, guys, do not be putting 100% of your money into this. Actually, do not be putting any money into this, right? Because again, this actually could be completely wrong, and I could lose money on this one, okay? But I'm going to give you my thesis here. So, and be smart about risk management too. I must say that because people are like, oh my goodness, 100% in, here we go. It's like, no, don't be a moron, okay? Do your own analysis as well too. This is just what my opinion is. I could be completely wrong. So when it comes to the bond market, right, this is obviously the 20-year, the TMF, and then obviously the TLT, right? We've got the TLT market as well. And so we have both these markets here. The TMF is obviously a bit more, it's 3 times, so it's a bit more of a volatile mover, right? So the big thing that I'm really seeing when it comes to both these markets here is this. We know that the Fed is getting ready. The Fed is near its end of this rate hike cycle. Okay, we're going to go into a recession. So the Fed's probably going to pause and pivot and probably cut. Then we all know what's coming, right? What happens when we go into recession? The Fed what? The Fed prints money. What does the Fed do then? The Fed then buys the bond market to what? This is the bond market here. To then keep, I'll just bring up, say, the 10-year as an example. I don't have the 20 here, but 10-year as an example. To then buy the market so we can then push rates down, which will cause places like TMF and TLT to go up, right? So they buy it, it goes up. Rates will go down. Why? They do that to help boost the economy once again through the recession, right? The boom and the bust cycle. We're going through the bust cycle right now. And then the boom cycle is going to come, right? So if we have a look at that, we know that's coming. Now, when is that going to happen? People say it's going to happen this year. I believe it's going to happen from now through to the election, right? And so what I'm saying there is this position that I've got in the TMF market myself is I hope this is the bottom and it goes up. No, this thing could go down to $5 right now. Right now, we're looking at a $9.31 print. I've actually bought it down here, and I've actually put on a pretty big position as well too. But the thing is that looking at this TMF here, I'm not trying to pick a bottom. I'm just very confident by the end of, where's 2024? Okay, so by this level through here, right? Here's 2024 here. All right, the 2025, right? So by the end of 2024, from here to say somewhere in 2024, 2025, I believe we're going to see something like that. Now, again, guys, this is 2 years away, okay? The end of 2024. We've got all of this year and all of next year. I believe we're going to see something overall like that. Not straight away, right? But up and down, 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 right? Makes sense? So I personally see that. Why? Because of the cycles of what's coming, right? The Fed's going to start to slow down, going to go through cuts. We're going to go through printing money. The overall rates are going to come back down again to try to boost the economy again. We all see that coming. So if that's going to come, and the TMF market and the TLT market, like this market here, right? If I look at the weekly chart as well, look at the weekly chart. This weekly chart has been we're right down at ultra low levels through here on this weekly chart. So that tells me we should actually get a really nice move back to the upside when it comes to the TLT market and the TMF market. So that's the very first market that I do see, guys, is going to be one of the greatest opportunities out there. Now, there's two different types of markets now when it comes to the next 7 years. There's two different types of markets, okay? Firstly, it's going to be gold. And I can talk about gold why. I can talk about gold on a few different levels. But if I just want to keep it really simple, let's actually keep this really simple from a cycle level basis. What actually happens in economies and cycles and so on and so forth, right? We go through what? We actually go through cycle analysis, don't we? We go through down, we go through cycles up, and then we go through cycles down and cycles up and cycles. Right? If we actually look at anything, right, this is actually what happens, right? We go through the booms and we go through the boom, we go through the top, we go through the bust, and we go through the bottom, we go through the boom, we go through the top. You know, that's overall what markets do, right? If you look at from a cycle level basis of basis here, right? Let's just keep it really simple. For you guys that are younger right now, you're just trying to focus on making $100 today, then this is not for you, okay? This is for people who understand that big wealth, big opportunities in markets come from being positioned and being allowing to get that. Now, if we look at through history, if we just look at through history, right? Look at through the crashes and the boom and the bust periods. When has been the best time to get into something? Has it been while the boom is happening? Maybe not, right? That's not the best time, right? Has it been while the crash is happening? No, right? Because we never know where the bottom is. Has it been after the crash, like straight after the crash? Probably not, right? Because we're probably going to go through a bit of a flattening out period, right? Just even like this is the housing market. This is exactly what the housing market did. We had the boom. This is from like 03 to like 07, I would say. Then the crash down to like this is like 06, 07. This is the property market here. 07 into 08. Then 08 to about 2011 to 2012, we went flat. And then we had another boom, and now we see what I'm saying there, right? So if we can see that, again, all I'm looking at is and the big problem with most people when they're looking at investment opportunities for the overall, okay, where do I put my money so I know overall when things are building up, I can benefit from the next swings of big things happening, right? Like in crypto market made a big move over 6 to 12 months, right? Not 1 to 2 weeks. This is a big thing for people to understand here. So based off what I said there, if you look at this here, there is one market out there that is right here, right now, right? So let's actually look at this here. Crypto. Where's crypto? Crypto is right where? Crypto is probably right here somewhere, right? That's where crypto. Stock market maybe here somewhere, right? Maybe through here somewhere. So when looking at all the other markets, the big markets I'm looking at is the gold mining sector. Again, guys, this is not a lover or a hater of any instrument out there. No, I don't love or hate anything. I just like to say, okay, where is the best position I can put in to see where and what's to ride the next wave of the next boom and bust, right? So for starters, and this is something I was actually talking to my private clients recently as well too. For starters, we're going to go through another mining boom, right? It's not like we're never going to go through another mining boom again, ever. No. What if it takes 10 years to go through another big mining boom again? Right? Well, then so be it. Right? But all I do know is look at this here. Remember I said before, cycles, up, down, flattening out, up, down, flattening out. Look at this here. We actually had this big move up, down, flattening out. What's coming next? Right? So Ray Dalio actually says this. Ray Dalio says that did not do well in the last 10 years is probably going to do well in the next 10 years. I'm going to say that again because I know that just sounds too obvious, but that has not done well in the last decade, aka mining stocks, is probably going to do well in the next decade. Really simple, right? So if we just look at simple cycle analysis, we're going to go through another mining boom again. It's going to happen, right? We go through this. look at hundreds of years worth of data, right? Mining boom, mining bust, mining boom, mining bust, mining boom, blah, 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 right? Even some stocks right now, especially in the Australian market, are just going absolutely crazy. One of those is BHP. So by looking at what we're looking at here, this is capitalizing on the next big move. So as I said before, if we have a look at this here, this line here is representing the end of the decade, which is about 7 years now, right? About 7 years away. So I do see that overall in the next 7 years, we're probably like, by the end of this decade, we're probably likely to make a new high in the GDXJ, right? A new high in the GDXJ, which is like what? That's probably lots of that. And so that'll be in percent terms anyway, if it does do that where it is now, right? We're talking about a 400% increase in that. Now, when you start to overlay some options, and I'll be looking at doing some options. I'm not in options yet, but I'm in the GDXJ and I'm waiting for this to happen, right? There's going to be big moves from there. And so from that process, from this perspective on this, there's the two different markets that I do see. And again, guys, the worst mistake you do, or like, I'm a crypto lover. Don't be a crypto, don't be anything. Right? I'm not a stock lover or a forex bar. I'm just like, I'm trying to see where's the best time to be getting into something. When it's been beaten down, when it's an unloved child and no one wants to touch it, right? So from all of that process we just went through there are the two different markets for the next 2 years. What I see is probably the bond market over the next couple of years as we go through the next cutting cycle, the next printing cycle, et cetera, right? That's the first one. And then the second one is the overall cycles that have actually happened through history, which is the boom and bust periods. When it comes to, we're going to go through another mining boom probably this decade. We just don't know when. And this is the thing, guys, it may be 2025, 26, we actually go through a big mining boom. And then for 2 years, we see an extraordinary quality move, right? Who knows? It may be this year we start that. I don't know. All I do know is we're probably likely to get that. And then once again, and then based on simple cycle analysis of where we're at right now, the one thing that most people don't see is this one here right now. And it's one of the things that I do see. They're the two different markets this decade that are definitely in my investment portfolio for the next 2 years and also for the next, say, 10 years.